Here it is. Brought to you in location. Big Meadow Campground. In location. Yeah, it's nice. There's little tiny streams and creeks that run through here. So I bet in the spring this place is active with all that runoff. But to be honest with you, to come up here, you might need you might need a 4-wheel drive. You might, at least to get down there. That little section was gnarly, but yeah, just chilling here. Heading back to Kernville now. It's roughly 35 miles from Kernville to Big Meadow. So yeah, it shouldn't even take me that long, but usually when I go somewhere, the first time I go anywhere, it takes me a lot longer. But going slower and stuff like that. Yeah, I already know where I'm going. But man, coming out here is really enjoyable, and I wish everyone could come out here. Big Meadow Campground, and then we're coming up to Horse Meadow Campground, and I believe the road is 22 S as in Sam, 12 and that's the trail we're on, and then it takes you right to Big Meadow Campground here in Sequoia National Forest, Southern Sequoia. We came up through Bakersfield Way, but you know, numerous ways you can do it. But I recommend, you know, come sometime. If you don't have a dirt bike, I might be selling a motorcycle, but I don't know if it'll be running. I was actually thinking about selling. My girls doesn't run, but I was thinking about selling it. I haven't gotten to running. To be honest with you, I haven't really invested that much time into it, but maybe I should now. Maybe I should start investing more time into it. There is a U.S. Forest Service station. I think within the months of like June to October, they're there. July to October, the station is there, and I can go there. And since this is all federal land, majority of it is, and privately owned, and then Bureau of Land Management, and then U.S. Forest Service. But yeah, so part of our federal taxes goes into upkeeping this stuff, so they should be giving out complimentary maps of the trail. You know, maybe I'll come back later and try, or maybe it's just tomorrow, I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. But it's just, sometimes you just have to get out. But yeah, I was thinking about selling one of my bikes. It's not a dirt bike, but I need to reduce the bikes at my house. So I'm thinking about not really investing in my XR600 anymore. I really haven't built it. It's been sitting there. I was thinking about selling it as a junk bike, obviously, but it's plated. Engine seized. So, you know, the part I invested into the brakes and stuff like that, but that's pretty much it. I really didn't invest that much. I think the only thing I touched was the brakes and the engine. Everything else, they looped all the Zerk fittings, and off I went and rode it for 10,000 miles that one summer, that one spring. Or I rode it a lot. You know, got the engine worked on, and then it seized. But I'm thinking about selling it just to kind of free up some space, and then, you know, I just need that can go into getting the GSXR 750 going. That money, and just get that going, because right now yeah, I want another Supermoto and all that, but I think from start to finish, I want a track bike as well. So I'm kind of at, right now I have best of both worlds, but I'm gonna have to give one up to get the other going. I just don't want to invest that much into it. I don't have that much loose income. I have loose income, but I don't got that much loose income to where, loose income is, also something you can kind of invest in without knowing that it's like going gambling. You might not get it back. Well, most of this income that I have for motorcycling is loose. So up here, I was already going camping, so I'll bring my dirt bike. So the loose income was already happening. So might as well slap another $50 for gas and, getting the bike ready, the oil change I did, and all that stuff for it. I can afford 50 as a loose income, but sometimes to get projects going or to start track days or whatever, it's, a month you're looking at 500 minimum. Each track day is like 300 to 350 sometimes. So if, say you do a program with a school where you meet them there, you're looking at 500 if you want to go twice in a month, 250 each one if you invest in more than one. So if you buy two or more, they usually give you a better rate, and 250 is the going rate. So 250, that's a lot of money, and that's just for the track. That's not including, you need to get a suit, you need tires, you need to upgrade all your brakes. You should do your suspension before you go in the first time. Flush both front and back fluids. Get a valve kit if you can, your valve job. But so, in my opinion, the way I'm looking at it is I kind of passing horse metal right now. But yeah, a little on-seat talking, on-seat time, talking while I'm on the seat, and letting everyone know what's happening while I'm riding top my top. Anyway, so it might be cheaper to get, instead of a Supermoto versus, a big horsepower Supermoto. This is not considered a Supermoto. This is just, a motard. Supermoto has big horsepower, and instead of me investing $2,000 to $3,000 of my loose income, which I don't have, into this, I can invest the same into a track bike and come out way ahead. Way ahead. So that's what I'm thinking. Invest $3,000 into my XR 600. I'm at square root one. The bike just starts moving. Or I could sell the XR and then use that to not even spend. I'd probably spend about $1,000 to get that bike going, because I know it works. It's just an electrical issue, so I need a new harness. Once I get the harness, get everything going, probably a new set of tires after I, put track day tires on it, Q3s or something, Q2s, and tires and brakes. Plus, I need to do the valves, probably do a valve job. All of that said and done, and probably still have a little room left over, is going to be way under $2,000. Probably around like 17, maybe 1,800. So that's $1,800 for a rolling bike, plus ready to go, ready to race. And here's the best kicker: with that extra $200, I can go and get a used, gently used racetrack suit that someone's been sweating all over in for 5-10 years. Get one of those, bleach it real quick, boom, $200. I got a full race onesies. Something a bright color, nothing black. So let's say for $2,000, I could have me a track ready going, got the suit going, I have the brakes going, I got the suspension going, probably a new chain, everything ready to go for $2,000 with the GSXR 750, the 05. Or $2,000 to $3,000 just to get the bike moving, just to get a new engine in there, the engine I want, to make it reliable. To maybe have enough to have a brake job, and that's it. But that's not including the suit. That's not including anything else. So just the engine I want. So that's what I'm thinking. And if I were to let go of the XR600, if someone were to buy it outright, I would have to have, just because I know it's new on it and the ECU's new, and yeah, you're gonna have to spend some money on it, but the cheapest I'll let that thing go, because it's basically a rolling chassis with a seized engine. Probably 800. So the sweet spot is 800 to 1200. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the engine out. I'm going to sell the engine as a whole, probably for 800. You know, just like, here you go. And then whatever I get on that, I get on that. And then probably have a rolling frame that I can, you know, piece apart, sell the forks. So sell the front end, probably just the front forks, keep the tires just in case. It's always good to have a set of 21s in the front, 18s in the back. Maybe those tires can go on this bike, because there's a lot of parts that are interchangeable between the CRF 250L and the XR. It's 400 and the XR 600. So let me see, I did that. And then probably sell the rear end, like rear end shock, and just try, you know, bit and pieces. And then just keep it a frame for a while. I could probably either store that and keep it a frame, so when I'm ready to go back to it, I have, you know, everything's ready to go. I have the frame, put an engine in it, you know, new front suspension, all that. But you know, if I end up piecing that XR600, the 94 out, 1994, I might just keep it, you know, where I'm at, and then I'll have enough of a budget. Like say I get at least 2,000 for the whole thing, and I still have like the rear swing on, the rear suspension still on. I just got rid of the front forks and all that, the brakes. Personally, I'd see if I can go out and get myself the right set of forks that I wanted, put it on there, and then just have a rolling chassis without an engine. I could store that possibly too, or just keep it separated. Either or. But definitely, I think I'm going to invest in my Gixxer. I mean, there's really nothing much more I'm going to do to this bike personally. I'm not going to do anything until the engine blows. There's no point, because, I mean, I want to see how far I could take this bottom end. You know, how far can this thing roll just with oil changes, valve adjustments. Like, I got a valve adjustment in, I think 10,000 maybe. 5 to 10,000 miles I have to do a valve adjustment. So that's going to be, you know, that's going to be good content. Of course, I never did them all. They were all done by Honda factory technicians. So it's going to be the first time actually doing it. But yeah, man, I can't wait to do it. But I think there's nothing really I'm going to invest into this. Just change the oil, full synthetic 10W30, HPS Honda Performance Fluid, the red bottle, full synthetic. It takes 1.5 quarts. I'm sorry, 1.5 quarts. And then, you know, when I get some major slippage, I'll upgrade the clutch. I'll upgrade the clutch, the cable, all that. Probably put new springs in there. You know, I'll go big. I'll go big. Maybe I can get a hydraulic conversion if I find the right kit. Maybe I could try to build a hydraulic conversion. I don't know. That'd be a good idea. But that's pretty much it. I know I'm gonna eventually, when I get a new engine, it's gonna be the same engine, just the 300 series. But yeah, I don't really want to touch this anymore. I think my next thing is gonna be investing real money. Is most likely gonna be the GSXR 750 R. I think that's kind of where I want to go. Eventually, I'm thinking by next October, I want to do my first track day, October and November. You know, just do a back-to-back where two months of just solid, you know, every other weekend or maybe once a month. Get at least 2 to 3 track days in 2 months. You know, and just start hitting it. See what's good. But yeah, anyway, so that was the dirt road that led, which was trail 22S12 that led to Big Meadow campgrounds, and now the dirt road is gone, and now it's a paved road, and now it's going to take me back to the interstate, which is Sherman Pass. So that's where it all led from, Sherman Pass. And I'm going to turn you off on the headset, but I'm going to keep the main camera going for stock footage because this is beautiful. This is going to be my stock footage rolling. I'm going to roll through here. Get some more tomorrow as well. Tomorrow I got to wake up by 5. But anyway, y'all have a good one. Take care of yourself, people.